I got blue diamonds, blue tint, yeah.
Welcome everyone back to the D-Bark. My name is Harrison Myers. I'm joined once again with Matt Jandrew. Matt, once again it's Conestoga versus the Mountaineers. This time we have the men.
Yeah, and just like the women, a lot of on the line here, especially for playoff implications, going up against the Conestoga team that they lost to last time, Harrison, largely due to losing the turnover differential. So if they can take care of the basketball today, I think they've got a good opportunity to get another win after a good performance against Canada over the weekend where they had a big, 40-point blowout victory. I think it's a good chance to keep things rolling and keep this great back half of the season going. As they kind of struggled. They had a bit of a streaky middle part of the year, but as it's gone on, they've really improved.
Yeah, the Mountaineers are still 10-4, still undefeated at home. So as I said before, we'll have to see if they can keep that up. And for Conestoga, they're 7-7, but they are on a one-game win streak. They did just beat Fanshawe by 5 points. So we'll have to see what that happens. As we will get some replays for you, as we're going to have the introductions and the anthems coming up shortly.
Basketball action featuring the visiting Conestoga Condors and your Mohawk Mountaineers. Mohawk College is a proud member of the Ontario Colleges Athletic Association and as a member adheres to the fair play policy as outlined by the OCAA. Mohawk College staff and the game officials have the right to remove any spectator exhibiting unsportsmanlike, rude, and or objectionable behavior, as well as foul language during the match. Please steer in a professional and sporting manner. We acknowledge that Mohawk College is situated on the traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee and the Anishinaabe Nations within the lands protected by the Ditchmouth One Spoon Wampum Agreement and is currently home to many Indigenous peoples from across Turtle Island. Now, if I could ask you to please rise and remove your hats if you're able for the playing of O Canada. Conestoga Condors. Guard number 5, Ladera Obey. Guard number 6, Ozzie Davis. Guard number 11, Luca Philibon. Guard number 24, Terrell Lloyd. And forward number 44, Jarre Brandon Kamaya. Head coach for the visiting Conestoga Condors is Avery Sutton.
For your Mohawk Mountaineers. Point guard from Oakville, Ontario, number 3, Iverson Shaw. Guard from Hamilton, Ontario, number 5, Scotty Jenkins. Guard from Hamilton, Ontario, number 9, Cale Kalura. Guard from Markham, Ontario, number 14, Casimir Asa. And last but not least, forward from Hamilton, Ontario, number 17, Marco Dawson. And the head coach of your Mohawk Mountaineers is Jamie Gerlametto.
All right, we are ready to get going with our final game of the night. Is the Mohawk Mountaineers against Conestoga Condors men's side. Is I think it's the same starting lineup as the last game we commentated, Matt, with the only difference this time being Dawson has returned.
A name the Mohawk faithful will be glad to hear. Back in action. Not that they struggled too much without him, but such a powerhouse offensively, defensively, especially shooting the ball and rebounding, that they're going to be glad to have him back in that starting 5 and playing today.
Kaz plays it right down low immediately to Dawson as he looking, finds Chong off his feet, and a foul called in 9 seconds. Probably the fastest foul we have seen.
And just like that, Dawson's going to get 2 shots. Oh, no, sorry, it'll be an inbound play.
A little bit early,
Excuse me.
Matt.
I was jumping the gun a little bit there. I was just so used to it. It felt like a force of habit seeing him back in the lineup.
And just like that, I mean, that is his signature play. Off the inbound, he gets it, mid-range shot. Yeah. I don't think he has missed that shot in all the games we've commentated.
Catch and shoot, he is bar none, at least that we've got to see so far.
Now wide open corner 3, short somehow. Dawson able to deflect that one away. Now Chong with it. Missed 3 by Davis that time. Now Jenkins. Jenkins still holding on to it. Nice. Dawson outside to Chong. Now Kalura, he dribbles in. Kalura still with it. Caught down low on the baseline. Shot clock winding down. But there's Dawson again. Back-to-back buckets for him.
So no easing into this game for Marco Dawson after being out for a couple of appearances. He's right back into the mix here, right at the get-go, Harrison.
Yeah, and I feel like the Mountaineers are definitely happy to have him back. Now with it, Philavong, he drives in, his layup no good. Kalura to Jenkins. Jenkins wanted Chong, couldn't find him. Now Dawson to Chong. Chong nearly loses it, keeps it. Jenkins looking, dribbles in, receives a screen from Dawson. Little pick and roll, he continues to drive. Finds Kalura, shot clock winding down again. His jumper is good off one leg. Beautiful bank shot from Kalura. Is the lead now up by 6 already on a 6-0 run to start off this game.
Shot selection's been great for Mohawk on these early possessions.
Philavong dribbles in, pass down low, and layup is good by Lloyd to give the Condors their first points of this one. Chong hands it off to Jenkins. Kalura, Kaz. Dawson, long pass, but that one picked off. Philavong able to get on the end of that one as he brings it up now, guarded by Jenkins. Screen on his right by Kimayu. Now goes back out once again. Is Lloyd. Lloyd's pass out of play, and the Mountaineers to get back possession.
So that Hayward pass will kind of wipe out the mistake from Dozen on the other end.
Bit of a traded turnovers there. Kalura finds Jenkins. Now Chong. Screen by Dosen. Chong dribbles in. His layup is good. Now Chong guarding Obang. Obang still with it. Screened was Chong right there. Obang goes in. His layup doesn't go in. Gets his own rebound. Second opportunity is good.
Obang, one of the difference makers in the last matchup with the Condors. 17 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 steals. So if he gets going again, Mohawk could be in for a long night.
Chong's layup no good as he was blocked that time by Kimayu. Obang again going in. His layup somehow rolls. Probably should have been a foul called for him, but doesn't get it. No harm, no foul, however, as he gets the 2 points. Now it is Jenkins. Finds Kaz. Kalura the screen. Kaz drives in. Pulls back. Dosen to Chong. Chong receives a screen. Dosen fakes it. Step back 3. Pulls back. No good. Rebound collected by Obang again. Obang finds Lloyd. Lloyd receives a screen. Makes the pass down low. Layup does roll, and we have a tie game. A great run from the Condors. A 4-point swing. Sorry, 6-point swing is now Kalura with it. He finds Jenkins. Dosen. Kaz to Chong. Back to Dosen. In the post, off his legs. He can't keep it. And once again, it is Lloyd again. This time with the steal, Obang. Back to Lloyd. Lloyd kicks it out. Wide open corner 3. No good from Davis. Battle for the rebound is Dosen able to deflect that one up. Now Chong with it. Tired team on both ends. Jenkins drives. Floater. Doesn't fall. Nothing seeming to fall for the Mountaineers right now. As now, once again, it is Philavong. Guarded by Jenkins. He drives in. Kicks it out corner. Open Lloyd for 3. Rebound up for grabs. Collected. Kaz still on him, but and one. Big points.
And that'll make it a 10-2 run for the Condors. There's some disagreements, perhaps, about that call, and there's maybe a missed call earlier on in the possession. But yeah, a 10-2 run after Mountaineers hopped out to a 6-0 lead early. It's been all Condors.
Free throw no good. Rebound is collected. Now Kaz quickly up the court. Back Richards thought about the 3, doesn't take it. Kicks in the corner. Mercury also back in the lineup. Chong waiting, drives, kicks it back out. Mercury. Kaz fakes the shot. He kicks it out again. Chong, step back 3. Oh my!
Iverson Chong from Ancaster that time gets a must-needed 3 points to break that run in favor of the Condors.
What a shot from Chong. Step back 3 a la James Harden. Not going to get any better than that. As that jump shot from Nath, no good. Now it's Mercury once again. Kaz with it, and he's fouled by Lloyd. The Mountaineers will keep possession with the inbound, and 2 more subs coming in as the Condors make 3 subs.
Keeping those legs fresh out there. And some new faces in for this game.
This Condor team is huge, Matt. I mean,
a lot of height.
Jeff Uome is very tall. One of the taller players we have seen at least come off the bench is now Richards. Kicks it back out. Mercury with it. That pass goes off the hands, ends up in Richards' hands again. His three-pointer just doesn't go. The rebound battled for, still up for grabs, and jump ball is called.
Stay with them, Lando. Okay, right here. Okay, right here.
Yeah, a lot of height, a lot of size for Conestoga, so we'll see if Mohawk tries to stretch the floor out and play a little bit more small ball just to try to use their advantage of speed and shooting. And like you said, they got a 7-footer out there, so lots for Omafoma and Dozin and all those guys down low to handle, and that'll be a good way to get things going with the steal.
Adam was gifted that one, and Richards able to pick it up. Driving down lane, and a big foul there. Has tons of contact. Raganetti does not fall, but nearly did. Inbound pass off the back of the big man himself, of Jeff Uome. She is standing at 7 feet tall. Or 6'11", sorry. Basically 7 foot. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah.
And I thought I was tall.
Yeah, and he's dwarfing you, Harrison, even, so that's something. But we'll see if he can keep up with the pace. That's usually the trouble with the super tall guys, and the durability with just so much size coming up and down laterally.
The ball's bouncing off of everyone's hands. So now the Condors retake possession once again. Obang, guarded closely by Raganetti. Help always there. Still Obang, great dribble move. He goes in, his layup is good. Now Mercury. Adam. Back to Mercury, beautiful move out of him. His floater, no good. Battle for the rebound as Mayroda could not bring that one down. Now Obang with it. Obang almost loses it. Could have been your carry. Obang, long pass into the corner now. The layup is good. That time coming from Hawarji, and a timeout called by the Mountaineers.
And a very, very frustrated Mountaineers bench. And I can't blame them, as this one's really gotten away from them a little bit. Only down the 3, so they'll have lots of opportunity to draw even and then regain the lead. But the Condors just seeming to have their way with that Mohawk defense whenever they want. The last 4 or 5 times down the floor, Harrison, it's just been kind of Swiss cheese defense there.
Yeah, their size has been definitely aiding them, as we'll have to see what the Mountaineers come out with out of the break, as clearly a lot of anger coming from the coaching staff and coming from head coach Jerry Mileto, as he definitely is not happy with how they played so far in this one. Obviously not down by a ton, just 3, but he definitely wants them to pick it up now rather than later.
Yeah, you never want to be chasing the game. That only makes everything so that much harder when you're always kind of, playing the numbers game and thinking about how you're going to have to get back into it. You want to play from ahead, play with that comfort of knowing that you're in the lead and that you have a cushion if they can get to that point.
Jackson checking in for the first time. Okay, Rhoda, Mercury, pick and roll, but that pass just over his hands. Right idea. Mercury a little bit too much on it, but even head coach Jerry Mileto telling him it was the right idea. He just messed up a little bit, but keep doing that and good things will happen. It's now Obang, guarded by Raganetti. Screen coming his way, little pick and roll. And that pass intercepted. Raganetti with a beautiful transition defense. Now Mercury plays it back to Richards. Richards to Raganetti. Back to Mercury. Pull up for 3. Splash!
Mercury.
That is what the Mountaineers needed right there, Mattis. I think that's what you were about to say.
Yeah, words right out of my mouth there. I mean, that was what the doctor ordered.
Jumper that time from Obang, finally no good. Mercury to Raganetti. Richards, jab step, still holds now. Jackson, Raganetti, good ball movement from the Mountaineers. Mercury driving in, this time his layup, no good. The rebound doesn't go either. The almost 7-footer right there doing everything he can.
Credit Omofoma for just jumping with the big man down low, making him look like a small player out there, looking like a guard.
Richards drives in, doesn't get it. Omofoma picks it up, finds Jackson, open for 3. Splash!
Smooth criminal right there. You can't give him that much space. He lets it fly.
Obang once again, guarded by Raganetti. The screen comes his way. Doesn't use it, off the hands of Richards and stolen away. Raganetti pushing pace once again. He drives, kicks it back out to Jackson, loses it, does get it back. Now Richards once again. Richards receives a screen from Omofoma. Steps back, doesn't take the 3. Now Jackson again. He'll drive, his layup, no good, but a foul called, and that was all arm right there from Jeff Uome, as now both teams will make a sub, but the Mountaineers, it's a platoon change compared to just the one for the Condors.
Yeah, I see that starting line swapping mostly back up there, except we got Milos Mladian back in the lineup after a great performance for him over Canador. Some highlight plays, some big blocks, some big dunks. So he's back out there alongside Kaz and Iverson Chong. Obviously Jalen Jackson staying out there for the free throw, and Scott Jenkins also rejoining his teammates.
Yeah, he had those 2 big slams in the last game we commentated that basically turned the momentum around. His timeout called by the Condors this time with not a lot of time left in the quarter, so I'm a little bit interested to see the reasoning for the timeout, maybe the 2-for-1, Matt?
Yeah, you'd have to think that's what it is, especially with the game being so close. It's kind of what you'd expect from these two teams. I mean, in regards to how tight the scoring has been, just because obviously they played once, Mohawk lost, but since then they've surpassed Conestoga in the standings. Conestoga's down into that 6th seed in the West, so kind of in that middle half of the conference, and Mohawk still sitting up there in that top 3, and obviously they want to pick up every win they can and get back on that national ranking list, because they were there at one point in the year when they were undefeated.
Yeah, any momentum they can generate heading into the playoffs would be important. The more wins you can get heading in, the more confident you will be.
It's going to be hard to catch Humber at that #1 spot at this point, just because they've been so good all year, but you can still get yourself right up next to them, and you're going to have to go through teams like that, so you've got to be able to handle the Conestogas of the world and prove that you are still, you know, a step ahead.
Now we're underway after the timeout, 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Eichels with it. Plays it off to the big man, pass down low, off the hands. And the Mountaineers will get possession with the chance to take the final shot of the first quarter. Now it is Chong to bring it up. Time winding down. Chong waiting, finds Jenkins, back to Chong. 10 seconds ago, Jenkins somehow able to get to that pass. 5 seconds ago, Kalura drives, fakes the layup, kicks it out, Jenkins
Wrong
for
guy
3.
to leave open. Oh,
no good. And
jinxed him.
that one's on you, man.
That one's on me, the only Scott Jenkins. Pretty automatic from that range with that much space, but I do take the blame on that one.
Please give a warm welcome to the U11 Lancaster Blitz boys team.
After the first quarter, the Mountaineers do find themselves up by 4. Definitely a quarter they were the better team in for most of it. There was a bit of a push from the Condors in the early stages with, what, a 10-2 run, but the Mountaineers then took over right away and a couple threes, and they haven't looked back since then.
No, they enjoy a 4-point lead because of it, and they'll want to come out of this entire first half up, because I have a feeling this one, Harrison, is going to be within a couple of scores, probably right down into the wire.
I'll have to see if your prediction comes true. It'll be interesting to see what both teams come out with heading into the second quarter. Obviously, we saw Mountaineers coaching staff was not happy when they first called their timeout, but they're definitely feeling a lot better with the play that has been cleaned up, as the starters will come right back out to start the second quarter.
And Dawson's come back out there. I think maybe, well, he could be dealing with some sort of minute restriction due to some sort of injury, or maybe just took a little bit extra time on the bench just due to a couple of turnovers there. That kind of kick-started that big swing, that 10-2 run for Conestoga. But either way, he's back out there now, and he did score early on, so he'll see if he can keep that up and take care of the basketball.
We see his right leg all bandaged up, so maybe feeling the effects of some sort of lingering injury that prevented him from playing last weekend. However, not preventing him from at least playing a little bit tonight. Jenkins on the inbound. Now it is Chong, hands it off immediately to Kaz. Kalura with it. Kalura, great spin move into the jumper. Bounces off the hands of Kaz. Conestoga do collect the rebound. Now it is Eichel. Eichel, he plays it off. Tim Ayu. Now Obeng with it, and an illegal screen called. So the Mountaineers take back possession off the turnover.
Yeah, Iverson Chong took a lot of contact there, so good call on the ref. That one was pretty cut and dry.
Now it's Chong to Kaz. Back to Jenkins. Dawson down low. Hands it off. Jenkins, easy layup for him. And you'll take points like that any chance you get.
Great give and go with him and Dawson, but Scott Jenkins just good composure to finish that one off. That was a pretty looking play.
Now it is Hart, and Hart plays it down, and down go two players, and a foul called on the Condors once again. And subs being made for the Condors. As the Mountaineers once again shut them down to start this second quarter. We'll have another chance to continue to add to the lead with Chong bringing the ball up. Chong. Kalura. Kalura holding, down low to Kaz. Dawson somehow catches that one. Left-handed hook shot, bounces out.
Dawson looked like Odell catching that one, just with the fingertips.
Obeng now with it. Obeng receives a screen from Cheddar, but doesn't use it. Now open corner three, no good. Cheddar with the rebound, and the big man, I mean, he didn't even jump for that, Matt.
No, I mean, the wingspan, the height, it's just, that's what he's out there to do.
Showing signs of being Minute Bull. As now it is Jenkins. Chong trying to find Dawson. Now he attacks, kicks it out, Kalura, and he just stepped out of bounds. So the Condors regain possession, and they make more subs. As Lloyd and Davis check back into this one. Now Lloyd back to Cheddar. Into the corner for three once again. Bufong, and this time he makes no doubt about it. Cutting the lead down to one. What was a rough start for the Condors, they quickly turned it around. Chong to Jenkins to Kaz. Kaz gets a screen, thought about the three, tried to find Dawson, and a foul called. And that'll be definitely If you want anybody to get in foul trouble, that'll be the big man. Chedar down low.
That's the one way to combat that matchup in the paint. Get him off the floor. Either tire him out or get him in a foul trouble. Kind of the two ways, like you said, Harrison, to run the big man out of town. And that's a good first one to pick up here in the first half.
Dosen and Kalura sub out. Chedara still in this one. Omofoma to Jenkins. Shot clock winding down. Jenkins attacks. Omofoma with the jumper short. Rebound collected by the Condors, and now Obeng in a 2-on-1 situation. Goes for the circus layup, no good. Chedara on the rebound, and a foul called.
Iverson Chong almost out-jumped the big man there to get the rebound. Almost a foot difference in height there, if not more.
Give Chong credit, but to a certain extent, Chedara is barely jumping on that mat.
Yeah, you're right.
Not that he even needs to really jump. I can't imagine if he jumped, he could probably touch the top of the backboard.
Probably.
Scary height is now inbound on its way. Good defense so far from the Mountaineers, and that pass to absolutely no one. And it's Kaz's turn for some showtime, and he'll get the layup to finally put an end to a bit of a run of the Condors. And something happened as the Mountaineers will take back possession.
And the red carpet was just rolled out for Kaz on that drive as he had nothing but open freeway there.
Definitely an errant pass, as now it's Lloyd. The Condors do keep possession off. Don't know what the referee called there. Lloyd kicks it out. Buffon. He plays it outside, and Jenkins able to steal it. What a pass behind the back as Chong picks it up. Now Chong to Kaz. His jumper is good. Scotty Jenkins with Magic Johnson.
He made that play. Credit to the make, but that all started from that heroic play, and he almost got another steal right there.
Omofoma with the block and the pass. Now Kaz outside, and Mercury with the layup. Steals the pass to Chong, but makes the layup, so no harm, no foul, as the Mountaineers go on another run.
Looking like the Showtime Mountaineers right now.
Yes, they are, as the Condors were pressing that, but the Mountaineers, after being up by one, pull away again. Now Obeng drives in, his layup, no good, gets his own miss, and somehow puts it in. Plus the foul.
It's good initial defense there by Omofoma, but Obeng just sticking with it. And the Mohawk bench still not pleased despite that that run. Obviously feeling like there's points left on the board.
Head coach Jeremy Miletto kind of scares me, Matt.
He's an intense guy. Sure, I'm sure a lovely guy, but an intense guy for sure.
Sure, off the court.
But you know what? That's the guy you want on the bench for your team.
Yep. Happy he's not my coach right now, because I'd be terrified to make a mistake.
Yep.
However, the team so far doing their best, and they have looked very good. As now Mercury drives in again, layup, no good on the floaters. Kind of off angle there. Now once again, it is Philavong. That pass deflected as Omofoma. Some good defense to force that one away. The Mountaineers have done well so far, even with, obviously, coaches want perfection, and no one can provide that, but up by 7, I've gone on a few runs to make sure they pulled away in this game. Now it is Lloyd on the inbound, trying to find anyone, finds Philavong, stuck in the corner, Adam right in front of him. The 2-11's duel, that one goes back out. Now Davis for 3 is good. Another 3 for Davis. As these threes have been able to keep the Condors in this one. Raganetti drives, and he responds immediately. Head down, man down.
Raganetti just getting that 2-point or 2-possession lead back instantly.
Lavong's pass almost gets away, but held in by Walsh. Walsh finds Lloyd. His layup is good. Immediately the Condors come back, but the Mountaineers pressing once again, as now it's Richards. He'll slow things down, finds Mercury. Adam, Raganetti. He drives in again, his layup, no good. Omofoma with the rebound, still goes up. No fouls now. The Condors take back possession. Obang with it. He drives in, has it tipped away, still keeps his dribble somehow. Screen coming from Walsh. Obang holds onto it. Pass over the head of Richards to Davis. He kicks it out. Obang. Draganetti falls. In the corner, Lloyd for three. No good. Rebound collected by the Mountaineers as it's now Richards. Richards still pressing to Adam. And a block called. It's finally a whistle. Now will be Raganetti on the inbound for the Mountaineers. Mercury. Guarded closely there by Philibon. Kicks it out, Raganetti. He kicks it back out to Mercury, sorry. He dribbles in. Still going, fadeaway jumper. And unlucky on that one. That one looked like it was for sure going in, but rolls out. Now Lloyd. Guarded closely by Adam. Lloyd loses his dribble. Adam's still there. And a foul on Omafoma. He reaches in just a little bit too much on Walsh.
The Condors looking to get their first lead if they can. Still a two-possession game, but the way they've been shooting the ball from three, they could get most of that right here.
Walsh with it. Tried to hand it off, couldn't. Walsh still stuck. You hear the Mountaineer bench yelling dead as Philivong picks it up, has to put it up, throws it off the leg.
Walsh might be the tallest ginger I've ever seen, Harrison. I don't know about you.
Yeah, there's not many tall ones, and he definitely is one of them as shot clock does reset. Now Davis, guarded by Richards. Davis, drive, jumper is good. Beautiful make. Now that pass goes nowhere and a turnover.
And the Mountaineers sideline, if it wasn't fuming before, it's fuming now as this one is all tied up at 28. After the lid on the basket seemed to be tightened a little bit in the last couple possessions. Something's not falling. Now some fouls and some unforced mental errors are putting them in danger of having their lead completely erased, and it's a dangerous time as we get to towards the end of the second half, or first half, excuse me.
Philivon tried to play back to Walsh. Richards tipped it, but loses it. Unlucky moment for him as the Condors do take their first lead of the second quarter. Outlet pass to Chong. Chong to Richards. Adam with it now. Adam still looking for his first points of this one. Almost loses his dribble. Keeps it. Chong for three. It's good. When you need it, you got it from Iverson Chong.
You said it, Harrison. Could not have come at a better time, better point in this game to retake the lead. Iverson Chong makes it happen from three.
Philivong now almost gets it stolen away again by Richards. Pick and roll with Walsh. Doesn't use it, gets it swatted away. As the Condors do keep possession. Good defense from the Mountaineers as they make two subs of their own with Richards and Adam coming out in favor of Kaz and Jenkins this time.
I don't think we've seen any masks yet. Must be the first mask. Number 3.
I think you're right, Matt. That is
Keon Nath there with the mask.
That is the first time we've seen a mask as Lloyd drives in. His layup, no good. Lodgin with the rebound. Now Chong quickly up the court. Slows it down. Wants a pick or at least a post up from Mercury. Mercury still backing down. Kicks it out and Lodjon open for three. Short. Mercury gets the offensive rebound. Kicks it back out. Jenkins for three. No good. Lodjon with the rebound. Kicks it out. Kaz for three. No good again. Somehow Jenkins with the rebound and a foul call. That is 3, maybe 4 offensive rebounds in one possession for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, Milos just using his size to advantage. They got their own big man out there after his good performance, big performance, I should say, against Canador, coming out and doing what needs to get done on the offensive glass, and Scott Jenkins getting elevated to draw the foul.
Jenkins showing that white man can jump as he's able to get onto that one. Almost had his head banging the rim. That's what it looks like, and he will make the Condors pay with 2 free throws to regain a 3-point Mountaineer lead as more subs being made for both teams. As maybe a bit of a chess match between the coaches. Now off the inbound, Philivong, guarded by Chong. Philivong gets around him for a moment, now drives in, pass down low. That one no good, off the hands of Dosen. Second effort, still no good. Another rebound and foul called.
So reminiscent series of events to the other possession on the opposite end of the floor. Offensive rebounds leading to a defensive foul there. This one won't result in shots though, as Mohawk has not been called too often in this first half, so still not in the bonus.
No, they have not, as Philivong on the inbound. Get off to Hart, back to Philivong. Shot clock winding down. Chong and Dosen with the double team. He's got a plate in the corner and does, but out of Nath's reach. And some good defense from the Mountaineers once again. With less than 2 minutes to go in the second quarter, in the first half. What has been a game they've been in control of, but the Condors have always been breathing on their necks. Chong with it, pass to Jenkins. Jenkins steps in, doesn't take the jumper, goes for the layup, and it's smooth from Scott Jenkins.
Good looking basket there from Scotty Jenkins as they're now up above a 2-possession lead again after watching it slip away.
Philivong's pass down low finds the hands of Hart, who puts in the layup. Kalura to Chong, down low to Dosen. His hook shot is good and one.
And there's the man that's going to help them regain a multi-point lead.
Might not be 100%, but that's not going to stop him from putting the ball in the basket. So he'll get a chance at the line for the 3-point play.
And he leads the team in points per game, rebounds per game, and blocks. So, you know, when he wasn't in there, it was hurting him. And even if he's at an 80%, 70%, Harrison, I think they'll take that.
Yep, as he clearly is getting just less minutes for sure, as he's still healing from that injury. But if he's still able to come on for 1 or 2 minutes, maybe more, and score some points and play some great defense, I think everyone will be happy with that, as that one goes out of play. And now the Mountaineers take back possession.
Big retention of possession there, as Nath's had a couple of slip-ups with the basketball in the last couple minutes.
6-point lead. Still 1 minute and 5 to go in the second quarter. Chong with it. He'll drive in with speed. Layup is good. And a big celebration there. Show of his muscles, courtesy of LA Fitness. And he used them really well right there. Driving to the basket is now Philivong. Lays it down low to Awardery. Philivong again. Still guarded by Chong. Tries to cut in, kicks it out, open for 3. It's good. That time coming from Hart as he continues to add to his totals. Now Kaz to Jenkins. Jenkins to Chong. Kalura almost loses it, does keep possession. Back to Jenkins. Jenkins to Kaz. Fakes it, takes the jumper. No good. Rebound collected by Hart. No shot clock, as gives the chance for the Condors to get the final shot and hopefully final points. Down by 5. Philivong gets a screen, trying to get around Omofoma. Corner for 3, no good. Put back, no good, as the Mountaineers will hold on to a 5-point lead at the end of the first half of the second quarter. 40-35, what was a very competitive and back and forth half, but definitely the Mountaineers in control half.
Mountaineers in control, but the Condors had runs of their own where they looked unstoppable, and Like I said, I think this one's going down right to the wire. We'll see if Mohawk can come out. They've had good starts to quarters. It's been about having a complete, 10-minute effort where they have had a lot of mental mistakes too that have kind of caused this one to stay relatively close. So I'll be interested to see coming out in half number 2 who steps up and if it stays the same. So don't go anywhere.
There's a big basket for number 5 on the white team. Oh, and a basket for number 21 on the black team. There's a big layup for number 7 on the white team. What a basket for number 21 and yet again. That is not the night. There's a big basket for number 24. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much for coming out tonight, boys, and for the rest of the game.
Just go.
We are back with the second half in the Mohawk David Braley Athletic and Recreation Center. My name is Harrison Myers. I'm joined once again with Matt Jandrew. Matt, do you have some stats for us?
Yeah, not much separating these two teams as we get things going here. Obviously just the 5 points, but you know, just about 4 percentages in field goal percentage from either team separating them. 3-point percentage, same deal as we see Iverson Chong put one up.
Rebound for Kaz as his putback does not go. 5-point lead, just as you said, Matt, for the Mountaineers heading into the second half. So now it's Obang. Dribbles in, guarded by Kaz, takes a jumper, no good, good rebound, and a foul called. Offensive foul, so the Mountaineers take back possession. Long outlet pass to Kaz. Now down low for Dosen. Dosen just step out of bounds. Unlucky as that hook shot was beautiful.
Yeah, not much Obang could do against that one, except have Marco Dosen step out of bounds. So best case scenario, I'd say, for that low post play. If you're on the Condor side, of course.
And just like that, Chidera has checked back into this game, the almost 7-footers. That jumper from Davis is good. He continues his hot streak tonight. Lead cut back down to 3. Kaz with it now. Kaz receives a screen from Dosen. He drives, takes it, no good. Rebound collected by Lloyd. Lloyd bringing it up. Lloyd plays it off to Philavong. Philavong drives in, his layup is good, and it's a 1-point game just like that.
Conestoga coming out with a couple quick makes. Mountaineers the ones suffering from their mistakes at the moment. See if they can get back onto the scoring sheet here.
Dosen with the jumper, it's good, and he has yet to miss one of those yet. Regain the Mountaineer lead back to 3. It feels like whenever they need a bucket, it's either him or Chong. So far tonight, the pass down low by Philavong, and a travel call, so the Mountaineers take the ball right back with 2 subs coming in, being Mercury and Richards.
Only real thing when you're looking at that team comparison stat line that kind of jumps out at you as a big difference is the turnovers, and to an extent that this also applies to, you know, mistakes like travels and other things like that. Mohawk just able to edge them out and capitalizing on those, and yeah, turnovers and points on turnovers.
Mercury, step back jumper, short, rebound Philavong. Plays it quickly up to Davis. Davis drives, his layup is good. Tough fading away layup, but he gets it to go as Kaz quickly brings it up. Play it back down to Richards as things slow down. 1-point game once again. Jenkins, Richards. Kaz to Jenkins. Jenkins to Dosen, almost trips, keeps it. Layup no good, but a foul called. Maybe lucky not to get a technical there.
I don't know how Dosen held onto that basketball. Or found it again. It was rolling, went through feet and hands, and somehow went back into the grasp of Marco Dosen and gets fouled on the way up.
First free throw no good. As foul again on the 7-footer. Chidera, Matt. So we'll have to see how many fouls he's at. Probably at 3, maybe 4. The second one goes down. Another sub being made for the Mountaineers. Dosen will come out for Omofoma.
I think maybe there is a 3-minute time limit on Marco Dosen in these quarters, because he's come out pretty quickly, and it's not because of a lack of productivity.
Yeah, I think so. As Obang now dribbles in. He drives, goes for the layup, kicks it out. Out again as now Lloyd drives in. His layup is good, and the foul. Big make as the Condors bench erupts.
And a chance for them to take the lead for the first time in the half. And just as you maybe previewed there, Harrison, the big man coming out. Gonna need him down the stretch, especially if Dozen does come back in for the fourth period, and you need someone to guard down low.
Free throw no good. Rebound somehow collected by Hart. Battle for it again, and Philivong picks it up, and now once again the Condors have a chance to take the lead. Shot clock winding down. Hart drives in. Spin move is good.
Condors seem to have taking a shot of adrenaline or something coming out of the half, because they are full of life and full of energy, and they're playing some downhill basketball right now, and Mountaineers find themselves down 2 points.
Jenkins trying to find anyone, does find Kaz. Now Mercury doesn't use the screen, go for the layup, no good, gets his own miss. Still no good as Hart gets the rebound. Mountaineers struggling to put up points as now Obang drives in. His layup and a block and a foul called. And we'll get a chance at the line for 2.
Condors seem to have full control of this one right now. It's Mountaineers not really sure what hit him, and I think we'll get probably some more personnel changes as Mountaineers need to figure out a combination to combat what the Condors have come out with here in the second half.
Frustrated Mountaineers bench after the Condors go on their first run leading to the lead. So we have seen most of the runs have led them to just being down by 1. We'll have to see how the Mountaineers can counter this time. Second free throw good from Obang, putting the lead up to 3. Dragonetti's inbound to Richards. Richards pressed hard by Philivong. Omofoma with the screen, gets it right back. Hands it off to Richards again. Back to Omofoma, thought about the 3, doesn't take it. Beautiful spin move, 2 spin moves. Layup though, no good. Hart with the rebound, plays it to Lloyd. Lloyd driving all the way down, floater, no good, but a foul call. So we get a chance at the line as the Mountaineers are picking up a ton of fouls in this third quarter, Matt.
Yeah, early on, not an ideal way to kick things off, as they're going to be in foul trouble before the first half, or the first part of this third quarter is what I'm trying to say, ends, and they might be in the bonus before long if things keep progressing the way they are. And their bench might become more limited if certain players come into that dangerous 5th foul out territory.
Both free throws good from Lloyd. Dragonetti to Richards. Richards, Mercury open for 3. No good. Adam the rebound, up for grabs. Richards picks it up. Adam now could have taken it, doesn't. He drives, his layup is good. And finally the Mountaineers get some points.
I like that decision from Elton Adam. He could have taken the 3 like you said, but to come away with that, with no points out of that possession yet again, after generating multiple chances, would have been devastating. So,
and that one's stolen away by Mercury. It could be showtime. It's just a layup, but we'll take the 2. As now it's a 1-point game again off the steal.
Again, another good decision, just being aware of the situation you're at in the game. Kind of shell-shocked out of the half. And now they found themselves just down a point again, looking to retake the lead if they can shut down Obang.
Foul called on Dragonetti. Condors inbound. Hart has it. Better by Omofoma. Trying to find anybody he can. Does hand it off to Philivong. Philivong drives, plays it down low. Obang blocked by Mercury. And a foul called. Don't know on who.
I think it's called on Mercury. I believe he gestured 13 white to the scorekeeper there. So Dozen coming back in pretty quick.
Mercury got all ball there. So a little bit confused on my end. Maybe not as first free throw does go. Second free throw good as well. To put the lead back up to 3 for the Condors. Aganetti brings it up. Richards, Adam attacking, backs up, thought about the jumper, kicks it back out to Mercury, almost loses it. Shot clock winding down, Mercury goes in, his layup no good, and a foul called on Adam. And a holding call, and maybe you call that a block or a push, but holding is probably the wrong call in that situation.
And now we'll get the Chong Jenkins backcourt back out there as Dozen's out there as well. So 3/5 of the starting lineup on the court with deficit building against them. The Mountaineers needing to find a way to get back to some of what had them up earlier in this half. And like I said, looking at the stats, there really wasn't much that separated these two, so it's not surprising that this swing has happened, but
that one just bounces away, and so the Condors regain possession off the missed free throw, up by 4, with a chance to continue to add to their lead, with 2 more subs coming in for the Mountaineers.
yeah, completing the starting lineup there. I think they just want to avoid getting into some big trouble here in the third when there's still so much time left in the game. They want to keep this one close and get back on top.
Obeng dives, tries to keep it out, and the crowd jeering at him with the claps. Gotta let him know. I think he was clapping a little bit too much, Matt.
You know what? I love to see the passion no matter what. We got a good crowd here today, that's for sure.
Kaz with it. Dosen now driving, layupping, no good, but a foul called. So he'll get a chance at the line for 2. And you know, I saw a really nice moment on the bench for the Mountaineers, Matt, with head coach Girolametto and Mercury. Obviously, there was some discussion, a bit of frustration, but you know, just reassurance. Obviously, he's very intense, but he's there for his players. Always a good sign to see something like that.
Absolutely.
First free throw, nothing but net for Dosen. Second free throw off, so the game stays at a 3-point lead for the Mountaineers. Obeng, handed by Kaz, wanting a screen. No movement coming his way until now. Obeng kicks it back out, wide open the corner. Eichel, he kicks it out. Now another 3, that one off. Kalura battles for it off the head of Chong. Now Obeng again, his jumper is good.
The shooting from the Condors this half has been lights out. That's why they find themselves with their biggest lead of the day, 8 points, or 5 points, excuse me, still the biggest lead. And lots of frustration on the Mountaineers side.
Obeng is letting the crowd know he is feeling himself, and you can't really blame him with those jump shots he's taking. As you said, Matt, they haven't really missed in this quarter. As standings on your screen, the Mountaineers do find themselves in 3rd place, comfortably in 3rd place, up by 3 wins, and only down 1 win to St. Clair, who's in 2nd, and then 2 against Humber. Possibility of them catching St. Clair. As we do have a look at the playoff picture. As things stand, Mohawk would play Fleming.
And Fleming over in the east is kind of in a similar spot to Conestoga right now in the west. But they're in that logjam. I think Mohawk's done enough to separate themselves. You can see they have a couple wins on the team below them, but right in that 5, 6, 7 win range right now, you're sort of jostling for position as the Condors scramble to get out there, with the Mountaineers looking to catch them off guard. Maybe they were locked into the playoff standings too there, Harrison.
Might have been, or might have been Obang's energetic clapping and screaming. Now Chong bringing up the ball for the Mountaineers. A bit of a double team coming his way. That pass goes out of bounds, kept somehow in. Kaz keeps it off to Jenkins, open for three. No good as the shooting woes continue for the Mountaineers. He's now pressing is Lloyd, finds Obang. Obang fires the three. That one's short. Kaz the rebound, he is fouled. So the Mountaineers keep possession, down by 5. With a sub coming in for the Condors. Outlet pass to Kalura. Kalura has it tipped away, keeps it. Jenkins now with it. Back to Kalura. Now Chong. Chong to Dosen. Dosen to Kaz. Heel drive. Layup. Foul before the shot. Or actually, no, and one. So who'll get a chance at the line for the three-point play? I thought for sure it was a foul before that, Matt.
Guess they're going to say the motion was a follow-through, but yeah, it looked like it was before the shot. But hey, take him how you can get him.
I'll take it as Kaz heads to the line. And he will complete the three-point play to reduce the lead down to 3 once again. Big press coming from the Mountaineers. They'll now back off. Only Chong staying with the ever so deadly Obang, who's been all over the score sheet so far tonight. Hart now. Outside, long three. That one no good. And a foul call as Buffon's three is off. Free throws for Eichel. As Condors do find themselves in the bonus.
So some of those early fouls and that early foul trouble may be coming back to bite them now, as they're desperately trying to get back in the lead as the third quarter winds down, but won't do it there.
Both free throws off. Has now. Back to Dosen. Chong does get that screen he wants. He'll attack. Out to Kaz. He's double teamed. He drives his layup. No good. Rebound off Kalura. Now Dosen's jumper. That no good. And Hart able to grab that one down. 2-point lead for the Condors. Closest the Mountaineers have been in a couple minutes to tying up this game. Obang drives, jumper, and a foul called on the push-off. So the Mountaineers will get the ball right back. As they do also make a sub, that is, once again, it will be Chong bringing up the ball for the Mountaineers. Chong, the floor general, does receive a screen from Dosen. He holds to Jenkins.
3-second called? No, foul called on Obang. So I'm going to send Dosen to the line, I believe, because they're also in the bonus. So just a loose ball foul, just a battle. They were jostling the side of the key, and it's on the back side of the play. I don't even think anyone else really saw what happened there.
First free throw, no good from Dosen. Second free throw, no good as well. Rare 2 misses for him. So the lead and the score stays the same. 2-point lead for the Condors, nearing the end of the third quarter. Hart guarded by Dosen. He hands it off. Eichel now. He drives on Cass. Spinning layup is good. Good defense, but better offense that time.
atoning for those back-to-back misses on his free throw attempts there, putting them back up by 4.
Now Kalura with it. He drives in, thought about the layup, then takes it, no good. Rebound Dosen, he's fouled, and he'll get a chance at the line once again to redeem himself.
And I bet she doesn't miss this time, Harrison.
Definitely would like him to make both. As neither coach has called a timeout in this third quarter. Big subs, though, coming in for both teams. You'll assume after both free throws, Dosen is going to be subbed out. I think that's what the coaching staff just notified the ref.
I'm sure we'll have Foma or Milos locked and loaded here to sub out Dosen.
Dosen continues his free throw woes after being pretty much perfect throughout the whole game. He's missed 3 in a row now. Does settle down to make that one, to make it a 3-point game, and will be subbed out for Omafoma. Maybe some costly points that the Mountaineers would need back. However, still a lot of game left to be played.
Yeah, I don't think they were expecting to be coming out of this third quarter down by 3, based on how they sort of been able to overcome those momentum swings every time the Condors were pushing and breathing on their neck. But midpoint of this quarter, the Condors really flipped the switch, and they've been the driver since. Kalura goes down hard right in front of us.
A press, and now that's stolen away. Raganetti with the steal. He'll go for the layup, and a foul called. So he'll get a chance at the line, but he landed badly. Looked like he landed maybe on his tailbone or lower back.
Yeah, he's being some discomfort, but we'll give him a moment there to collect himself.
Seems to be all right, and he'll definitely at least take his free throws. Some more important free throws for the Mountaineers. Still a minute, 6 seconds to go in the third quarter, and then a whole 10 minutes in the fourth, Matt. But I think your prediction, unless one team just goes off, is going to come true.
Feels like it, unless Mohawk can regain its form from earlier in the game, or if Conestoga really steps theirs up to another level to extend their lead. I think we're going to be looking at a down to the wire affair here.
Raganetti makes his first, but misses his second, so the free throw woes continue a little bit for the Mountaineers, and he is all over Davis that time, and a foul called.
I think that one was a little unnecessary from Raganetti, just getting a little too overzealous there. And I mean, he plays with such pace. He's a high motor guy, but that time when you know you're in the bonus and you're just down a bucket, forced the miss, and you could walk out of this one tied. Now they're going to get a three-pointer, and if the next one goes in, they're likely not coming away out of this quarter with a lead or a draw.
Both free throws good from Davis. Condors continue to punish the Mountaineers from the line. Both teams have missed a couple free throws, but the Mountaineers have missed more in this quarter. Screen by Omafoma, Chong keeps it. Now Mercury off another screen. Still no options available. Mercury drives, kicks it out. Raganetti will drive. He plays it down, it's off the hands and out of play. So the Mountaineers keep possession. Shot clock does not reset, still 3 seconds to go. Mercury trying to free himself. Omafoma picks it up, makes the move, and a foul called as he wasn't even able to move his left arm as it was being grabbed and grabbed hard.
Yeah.
By Kemayu.
Easy call there for the ref to make. So Omafoma is going to get, I think, his first opportunity here of the day. And couple of big points that would put them back into one possession, and if they do find a way to get a quick stop or force a turnover, which is one thing they haven't done, and they're characteristically usually a team that, similar to the women's team, is always kind of getting into passing lanes and getting steals, but the Condors really have had great ball control.
And there's a steal, just as you said, Matt. And Mercury's layup, no good. Gets it back, still no good. Kalura able to get it out. Now Chong with it. He'll probably slow things down. 2-point lead. Shot clock winding down. Chong, long three, no good. Raganetti keeps it alive off the hands of Eichel. And now a chance as that layup is good. Shot clock, game clock winding down in the third. 3 seconds. Chong, heel drive, step back for three. It's blocked, goes out of play. And we head to the fourth quarter with the Condors up 4 and what was a great chance as Mercury just couldn't get it to fall. And I think that was the story of the third for the Mountaineers.
The steal they needed, they hadn't really had Benny all quarter, but like you said, steal's not really worth anything if you don't convert on the other side of that with a point or 2 points off of it. Exciting third quarter, just not in favor of the Mountaineers, so they're gonna have to find a way to get back to their game and I think create a little bit more chaos. Let's, get the Condors sort of scrambling a little bit and also stay out of foul trouble early on in the first, because that also really cost them late in this one when they were seemingly getting back to almost level. Condors pulled away a little bit.
Both teams are in the bonus. However, the Condors did make more free throws than the Mountaineers did. As we are reaching the final quarter of this one, it's been an exciting battle. The Mountaineers had the upper hand in the first half. However, the Condors have had the upper hand so far in the second, up by 4, 59-55. It'll be interesting to see what changes the Mountaineers make, as we saw them generate that steal at the end, Matt, just like you said, but they've had struggles shooting the ball, and they'll have to make some baskets to tie this game and eventually, if they can, win this game.
Yeah, and there was a point with about 3 minutes left, maybe 2.5 minutes, where they put the starting lineup back in. They got all their big names back on the floor, but they just couldn't quite get things going. Obviously, Dozen uncharacteristically missing some free throws didn't help, but looks like they're going to have a modified version of that lineup with Richards and Jackson in alongside Kaz, Marco, and Scotty Jenkins. So we'll see if this combination can get them back on track.
Obang with it. Definitely been the best player for the Condors tonight. Driving down the lane, that layup no good. Rebound up for grabs, but the Condors do pick up the offensive rebound. Wide open three. That one no good. Kaz with a big rebound. He plays it out to Richards. Jackson in the corner. Back to Kaz. He drives. His layup is good, and it's a 2-point game again.
So 2 points, all that separates them once again. The Condors holding on to the lead since about midway through the third, their biggest or longest stretch. And now we're seeing some emotions really coming out on the Mountaineers benches. That was kind of a ball that was up for grabs and nobody really jumping on it.
Now it's Obang, shot clock winding down, still guarded by Richards. The switch is there, ball's up for grabs, and Jenkins able to pick that one up. Now Jenkins dribbling in, getting double teamed a little bit, trying to find Richards. Does find Dosen. Dosen attacking, loses it. Jenkins able to recover. Now Jenkins outside Dosen, long three. No good, Jackson can't get the rebound. Obang recovers as this game's still in the Condors' favor, but look at Dosen trying to steal it, can't. Going out of play there was Nat, and now Obang with it. Obang drives in, stolen this time by Dosen. The big man exhausted, obviously still dealing with an injury. Now Richards kicks it out, Dosen open for three. Hey! Marco Dosen from downtown, and the Mountaineers had their first lead in probably almost 10 minutes now.
Yeah, creates the steal, then creates the splash there. Marco Dosen, like you said, fatigued, but still fighting. And he's the difference maker here in the fourth quarter so far.
Davis floater, no good. Rebound off everyone. Jackson outlet pass to Jenkins. Jenkins for the layup. That one blocked. Second effort, no foul. And the rebound collected by the Condors. You would have thought at least something was called there.
That was a pretty crazy chase down block, I can't lie. Obang really elevated there as he kind of was hunting down Scotty Jenkins from about the half-court line.
Jumper no good. Dosen all over the rebound, but it gets hit off of him. And now a substitution, as it will be Dosen coming out. Obviously, we know he's on still not 100%. But what a impact he just made on this game, giving the Mountaineers the lead, and it was a tightly, closely affair. But for the last, for most of the second half, it has been in the Condors' favor. Now Jackson. And the hook shot, no good, and Geff on that one, but he is fouled, and he'll get a chance at the line for 2.
I haven't seen him since early in the third when he got into some foul trouble, had to be subbed out. So they've been missing him down low. Probably would have liked him in there early in this quarter when Marco Dosen was sort of causing a muck, creating turnovers, scoring 3-pointers.
Interesting free throw form, honestly. It's funny, you'd think if someone is so tall, they'd be able to make free throws automatically, but they can't. It literally, it's the weirdest thing.
It is quite the anomaly. Obviously, this big man not immune from that, whatever you want to call it, the yips, whatever it is.
Jenkins kicks that one out. Jackson now, the game tied at 60, and he goes out of bounds. So turnover on the Mountaineers, giving the Condors a chance to take back the lead, as the Mountaineers do make 2 more subs.
I like this lineup they got out there right now, having Mercury, Richards, and Jenkins. Those guys generate the most turnovers on this team. So right now, I think it's gonna be all about taking care of the basketball and then capitalizing on fast break opportunities in transition. When you do create turnovers, we'll see if they can do that.
Philivong finally checked back in. He takes a jumper, no good.
Not the biggest lineup, though, the Mountaineers could field, so they are playing a bit of small ball right now. Omafoma is out there, but they're, and just as I say that, their one man that could remedy it is coming into the game.
Omafoma subbed out after picking up that foul. It looked a little bit like he might have got poked in the eye as well. Now the inbound gonna have to be made, and is. Wide open 3 is good. Philivong makes that one and tells everyone to take a breather. It's the Condors take a 3-point lead now, as Richards pass, and that one given away. Condors get the chance to add back to their lead to what it was for most of the third quarter, around 4 to 5, maximum 6 points. Now Obang, that one though, stolen away, and a clear foul as Jenkins sits rocked. And Obang might have to be careful here. He's been talking a lot for most of the game.
I think you'll see him come out, yeah, just like that. So their #1 scorer on the day is subbing out.
Don't want to pick up any technical fouls or extra fouls at this point. Jenkins holds on to it, finds Richards. Lodgin hands it back off to Richards. He drives, his layup blocked. And he goes down hard. Good effort from him, obviously, when you're 7 feet tall. You're going to be able to do that very effectively.
Yeah. No doubt.
Off the inbound, Mercury almost loses it, keeps it alive. Mercury with the shot clock winding down. He drives, another block.
Blah, blah.
And Mercury just having a laugh. He knows well that there's really nothing he can do to get around that.
No, I mean, not that he's 7'5", but the thing about Wembanyama in the NBA, sometimes, what can you do when you're facing off against a length mismatch like that?
That's with .9 on the clock. The Mountaineers give it up, so the Condors retake possession with less than 6 minutes to go. Matt, starting to get a little bit scary. Now this game's been in the Condor favor. Philivong brings it up, headed by Richards. Richards all over him. Now Chong. Across Davis. Davis has had a very good game. Bunch of mid-range shots. That one up for grabs. The big man almost loses it and does. Longin able to pick it up. He does find Mercury. Mercury will slow things down. Lloyd pressing him. Mercury drives. His shot blocked. Rebound collected. Layup no good, but Longin all over that one. And it's a one-point game again.
Couldn't be a bigger basket at a bigger moment right there. He elevated, anticipating that second chance basket perfectly.
Screen as Lloyd now cuts in. His layup is good. 3-point lead regained for the Condors. Chong pushing pace, less than 5 minutes to go. His pass intercepted there by Lloyd. Now Lloyd will go the other way. He drives and a foul called.
I thought that was just good defense on Kalura's part. Maybe just didn't get the feet set in time to make the contact that he did, but I thought what contact he did make was pretty soft. So, I mean, obviously we defer to the ref on that one, but looked rather light on my end.
I think that was just, as you said, Matt, because his feet weren't planted. As Lloyd with his first of 2. And the ball does not lie, as it's also happened to the Mountaineers a little bit. It won't lie this time, as the first free throw no good. Still a 3-point lead for the Condors. Second one does go. Now lead up to 4, so a 2-possession game. Chong bringing it up. The Mountaineers at risk of losing their undefeated home record. Down low to Dosen. Dosen spinning hook shot, no good. Gets his own miss, gets tripped and one! Marco Dosen.
Does a little snow angel at the end of that, just absolutely gassed, but Marco Dosen proving why he is one of, if not the MVP of this team.
Even when he's not 100%.
Even when he's not 100%. Admirable effort.
And he makes the free throw to complete the 3-point play. Now a 1-point lead for the Condors once again. Big press from Richards. Obang now with it. Screen from Jeff on his left. Chong stays with him. Another screen. Obang now fires. Shot no good. And a foul called on Dosen.
Dosen's got to be careful right here. Tensions have risen in this game. You can feel the pulse of it just absolutely spiking. And Dosen getting called on that. Be careful nobody gets into the the bonus at this point early on would be pretty devastating.
Or get a technical foul. That would not be good, as Obang with it again. And now an illegal screen, as that should have been the call earlier. And the Mountaineers take back the ball, the chance to reclaim the lead. As I think everybody, including myself, feeling like some nervous anxiety, man. It's a great game, it's a close game, but
I don't know if we've seen one come down to the line quite like this, where both teams feel like they're just pushing and on the verge of having that final momentum swing or run, whatever you want to call it, to take the lead. But all it is 1 point right now separating them. And the Mountaineers seem to be surging a little bit off the momentum of Dosen's big second chance point, but we'll see if that continues.
Dosen with it again, loses it, does get it back. Holds on now Richards. Shot clock starting to wind down. Chong, he gets a screen. Chong attacks, layup, no good. Rebound collected by Obang. He loses it, does recover, gets trapped, plays it low, another pass. And now it's held once again by Philivong. Philivong lays it down low. Kimayu. He's stuck. He has no one. Does play it off to Lloyd. Shot clock continues to wind down. Philivong fires. No good. Kalura battles for the rebound, loses it. Now Obang. He battles. Kalura can't get it. Philivong drives. And a foul called.
Yeah, a shooting foul called, I think, on Dante Richards down at the baseline. And a timeout's going to be called here by Conestoga. As I think everyone, including us, Harrison, will enjoy a second to catch our breath after what was pretty tense and, like you said, anxious last couple of minutes with not much time left on the clock now.
Yeah, there was really not any timeouts for 10 minutes, maybe more, as both teams in a bit of foul trouble coming down to the wire. Still a 1-point lead for the Condors as we'll take a quick 30-second break. Minutes and 24 seconds left in a 1-point game with Philibong at the line. With how this game has gone, free throws could be very well the difference in which team wins and loses tonight. First free throw is good.
Yeah,
gain a 2-point lead.
You have to think, like you said, Harrison, how important the free throws are. Every miss will sort of haunt the team that ends up losing because the margin of victory is going to be so thin.
Philibong does miss the second, so only a 2-point lead for the Condors. Jenkins, he'll fire the three. He puts it in! Scotty Jenkins from way downtown, and the Mountaineers have a 1-point lead.
That one was from Flamborough. That was crazy deep.
Obang in the corner. He drives, kicks it out. Philibong, he goes in. Kicked out to Lloyd. Lloyd goes in. His layup, no good. Battle for the rebound, and the Mountaineers take the ball back as Chong takes one to the eye, and whoa!
Hey, that's a response!
That's got to be a technical foul.
And the sparks are flying. The tension in the arena here reflecting on the floor now.
It's got to be a tech.
Doesn't seem to be one coming, but there's discussion happening between the referees. Let's see what their decision is.
The coach for the Condors is yelling it was a response. I didn't see what Dawson did. Maybe he did something. I didn't see it.
So there'll be incidental.
So Dawson must have done something that merited it.
Yeah, just something on the back end of that as the transition was coming, but.
So with 2:50 to go, tempers finally flare.
Mohawk wanting to come away with that with the free throws, but they're not going to get it.
Yeah, I mean, there must have been something Dawson did. I didn't see him do anything. I know he ran into Chong.
The ref, overheard slightly the ref explaining it. It was a shove for shove, but we didn't, like you said, we didn't see the shove initiated by Marco Dawson. However, it must have been enough to warrant the response, I suppose.
It's that one, no good. Rebounding, the ball bounces away from both Dawson and Kaz. So now the Condors retake possession again. Lloyd driving in, guarded by Kalura. Double team comes his way. Hart drives, his layup, no good. Dawson with the rebound. Now Jenkins will slow things down. Another big possession for the Mountaineers after they missed and the Condors missed. Jenkins waits. Waiting for some sort of movement, drives in, has it stolen away, and now Lloyd has a chance. He drives, his layup, no good, and a foul called.
Kalura is going to get caught there. The fans here not liking it. They want,
oh my God.
They're not enjoying
He
that.
didn't even touch it.
It's pretty soft. That's the second one on Kalura that was a little on the softer side, but nonetheless, it's going to stand.
And that's just sad. He didn't even touch him. He looked more like a fake touch. Sends Lloyd to the line. With 2:03 to go, and after all those stoppages, Matt, after all the non-stoppages, now we're having a ton of stoppages.
Yeah, I mean, you just feel like it's going to be that fourth quarter, or the last 2 minutes of this fourth quarter, just with the game really on the line and the stakes through the roof.
Second free throw good. I think from the ref's decision, they didn't count the first one, Matt. I think there was an infraction, so the game stays tied at 68.
I don't think anybody in the crowd's going to complain about that.
And an offensive foul.
The crowd really letting the ref hear it.
Condors regain possession, under 2 minutes to go in a tie game. Obang drives in, trying to force up some shot. He pushes in, that's a push off. And the Mountaineers take the ball back again, Matt.
Now the crowd's happy. Finally a call going in favor of the Mountaineers, and you could see Kaz, that was a cathartic call there, as he was getting as frustrated, I think, as just about everyone. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a timeout sooner rather than later, just to keep things cool, as the temperature here in the D-Bark as hot as I think we've ever seen it, Harrison.
I think you're right. It's Kalura now with it. He dribbles in. Jenkins, Chong, 4-3. Bang! Iverson Chong! And the Mountaineers have a 3-point lead.
Couldn't be a bigger shot. Hasn't been a bigger shot yet in this game.
Obang, and he's out of bounds! And Mohawk takes ball. They take it right back after a clutch three, a clutch stop. And now a chance to make it a 2-possession game.
See if they can do that. Iverson Chong coming up huge on the possession before. We'll see if they go back to him or if they look for the old reliable Marco Dozen.
Kalura waits, Dosen dribbles, hooker, no good on the hook shot. Rebound collected. Hart quickly, and it's stolen by Chong, right to his hands. And he'll just slow things down. Why not? Dosen. Back to Chong. He gets a screen. Chong dribbles in. Layup is good! Iverson Chong in the clutch again.
Having the quarter of his life right now, Harrison.
Having the minute and a half of his life, and it's off the foot. And Mohawk has the ball again. The Mountaineers with another stop.
And we'll have to, there's got to be a timeout coming now.
And a timeout called by the Condors as the Mountaineers have pulled it out of nowhere. 2-3 stops and 5 points from Iverson Chong, including one of the best clutchest threes I've ever seen.
From the moment those incidental technicals, or I think they call them unsporting fouls, happened, I mean, once the play resumed, everything just, the scales of justice tipped in the favor of the Mountaineers, and everything went right. From that huge shot, from the ensuing steal on the other end, they go down again. They can't get one to go. Marco Dosen has a miss. And then they come back with a steal, and Iverson Chong comes up with another huge point. So they've really, even if you hadn't made that last one and you were up 4, it's a whole different playbook for the Condors. Right now, 5 points. They need a 3-pointer no matter what. So that shortens the playbook defensively for the Mountaineers. So it's a huge difference between the 5 points and the 4 points.
What a moment for Iverson Chong, and it'll feel ever so sweeter if they can close out the game. You're going to assume the Condors either go for an early steal or intentionally foul. Chong on the inbound, the man of the moment. As Jenkins will pick it up. Jenkins finds Chong. Up to Dosen, now Kaz, and they do clear. Kaz to Mercury down low, he'll hold on to it. Back at the Chong, they're gonna need to foul. Kaz now with it, and they do.
Way too much time went off the clock there if you're the Condors, Harrison. Way too much time.
Yeah, I get the press looked good, but then as soon as the Mountaineers break
half.
out and you cross that, you gotta be there immediately.
I think that's if it wasn't sealed before with the second bucket from Iverson Chong, the layup. I mean, what are you gonna do? 5 points in 10 seconds. Now make it 6 points.
Huge first free throw from Kaz. At least gets one to make it now. You need dueling three-pointers if you're gonna tie it. If you're the Condors, if he can make this, it'd make it even harder, and he does. A 7-point lead for the Mountaineers. Obang will bring it up, guarded by Mercury. He won't take a three. He goes for a layup. No good. Chong the rebound. He gets it tipped away. Hart fires from way downtown. No good, and it's over. The Mountaineers stay undefeated at home. What a clutch victory for them. Pulling it out of the fire. Iverson Chong with 5 points in about the last minute, including a dagger 3 into a silky smooth layup. 3 stops in a row to shut down the Condors, and then Kaz with the 2 clutch free throws in what was a win pulled out of seemingly nowhere in one of the best games of basketball you will see this year, not just for the Mountaineers or in the debug, but in OCAA men's basketball, as the Mountaineers pull one out, winning by 7 in a great game for both teams. And we will now see who the MVP is with the post-game interview coming up with Matt Janford.
Thank you, Harrison. We're the player of the game, Iverson Chong. You iced the game on a big three-pointer right down at the end. What was going through your mind as that one developed?
Finish the game. Finish the game. Get good open looks. My boy Scotty passed me the ball for one more. I had to hit it. We had to seal this game. It meant everything to us.
It was a tense fourth quarter. You guys beat a team that beat you earlier in the year. How sweet is this one?
It's bittersweet. We're pretty sad about, not even sad, we're angry about the last one. So, we had to come back with vengeance, and we had to come back with grit. That's what Mohawk's about.
Absolutely. Thank you, Iverson. Back to you, Harrison.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Iverson Chong, for that great finish to that game. And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Thank you all for joining us. This is Harrison Myers and Matt Janford signing off. Have a good rest of your night.